Well, hello everyone. Welcome out to Jay's Learning School. Thank you so much for watching today's video on my YouTube channel, where I have the opportunity to teach you more English vocabulary words to help you to become more efficient and productive when it comes to speaking English. As you see from our title today, we're going to discuss and learn about yard words. Subjects and things that you find that are common in the yard. This video will be great for parents that want to increase their vocabulary, children, teenagers, and grandparents. So let's get ready to learn. Now, as I always ask before we start every video, if the information and the content that I provide is helpful to you, would you consider giving me a subscribe, where you can be notified once you hit that notification bell. Every time I do a video, you'll be notified, because my desire is to be able to have the minimum requirement to do a live stream. I believe it's several hundred, if not 1,000. So that's my goal. So I can live stream these and we can interact and you can ask questions. Also, if you hit the like and the subscribe, that lets me know that you are enjoying the content that I am providing. So let's get to it. I have about 25 to 30 words that we're going to learn about today, and I don't want to waste your time. Our first word that you would find in a yard, a common word, is a fence. Fence. And of course, there are different types of fences, but the fence usually sets the boundaries of your yard. Fence helps keep the pets inside the yard, helps keep your children safe inside your yard. So our first word for today is fence. Flower. Flower. You will find flowers in the front backyard of your home or where you live. A flower. And of course, there are different flowers depending on the regions that you live in. There are some flowers that are in my state that are popular that you can't find in other states. Here in Georgia, actually the state flower, if it's a flower or a tree, it's the dogwood. It's actually a tree, the dogwood tree. But there are some flowers that are known for certain regions of the area where you live. All right, flower. Our next word is a tree. And of course, there are hundreds of species of tree. And trees, of course, we know provide shade, homes for animals. Tree. Bird. One of my favorite animals, a bird. Here at my home, I learned this from my mother. One thing that I do that I have my wife, she's into doing, is I feed the birds. I started out with bird food, but then I said, you know what? I'm going to start putting bread out and other pieces of food that we usually throw away. I put out in a certain place in our yard, and we get all types of birds that come in our backyard every day. And it's so funny to see them sitting out in the yard waiting for me to put food out. Even this morning, there's a raven sitting on my roof, and this was the closest he's ever or she's gotten to me. And they usually run off or fly away when I open the door. But this time, I thought it was amazing. They just sat there and watched me. And so we have cardinals, ravens, sparrows. I've even had a hawk come sit on my porch in the back, my deck. And an owl. Actually, an owl came through. And so I enjoy the birds. And so now dogs come over. But some days the birds are here first, and then other days the dogs are here. So I used to think the dogs were getting some of the bones and chicken bones we were throwing out there, but it was the birds coming to get it. So one of my favorite animals to see in the yard is a bird. Garden. Garden. I do not have the patience to till and work a garden. But my neighbor, he has a garden. He has a garden He hasn't tilled or dealt with his garden over the last maybe year and a half. I think he had surgery on his knees, but he would grow tomatoes, green peppers, squash, zucchini, red peppers. Another neighbor of mine, he grows peppers, watermelons. My father-in-law, he has a garden. He does tomatoes and peppers as well. And I'm so thankful that they share their vegetables with me. My neighbor actually loads up his wagon and goes from house to house in the neighborhood sharing the vegetables from his garden when he grows them. So, garden. Do you have a garden? Let me know down in the comments. And if you do, what do you grow? Another item you will see in the yard, especially if you have a pet, is a dog house. Especially if your dog sleeps outside, you will see a dog house. Now, this is a very elaborate dog house. Most dog houses do not look like this, but I think you get the idea. A dog house. Okay. A hammock. Hammock. Hammocks are usually set up between two trees, or some people may tie them to one tree in their deck where they can go out and rest and relax. Hammock. Porch. Porch. This area in here, the porch, is found at the front of the house. Porch. Okay, our next word for the yard, bush. Bush. Driveway. Driveway. And of course, you can have a concrete driveway. You can have a driveway made of rocks. You have some people have a driveway that is laid in brick. So there are various types of driveway. Dirt driveway. Driveway. Flower bed. Flower bed. I do not have a flower bed, but I have flowers. I have azaleas and a rose bush. I like flowers and bushes that are low maintenance, where I don't have to give a lot of attention to them. But this would be called a flower bed. Another item you will find in the yard, garbage can. Garbage can. Some people say trash can. Garbage can. Hedges. Hedges. I do not have hedges in my yard. It's too much work. But when people have hedges in their yard and they keep them well maintained, it really sets a yard apart. So these are called hedges. Birdhouse. Birdhouse. I have a birdhouse in my yard, but it is damaged because of the weather. Birdhouse. Hummingbird feeder. Hummingbird feeder. I have a hummingbird feeder, but I have not hanged it. It's still down in the basement. Hummingbird feeder. Okay, so this can go by two different words. Some people call the yard a lawn, or some people say, look at the grass. So you have the grass, or you have people would say a lawn. Man, their lawn is well kept. Look how their grass looks. So it can go either way, grass or lawn. It really depends on how you're using the word. You need to cut the grass outside. Man, they need to cut their lawn. So it could go either way. Lawnmower. Lawnmower. Or some people just say a mower. Lawnmower. Pool. Pool or a swimming pool. Now, The same term pool is also used for a billiards table, or some people call it pool, where they line the stick up and hit the balls into the pockets. It can be called billiards or pool. But when you want to go swimming, it's called a pool. Soil. Soil. In order to grow certain plants, you need good soil. Some people may just say dirt. Dirt or soil. Swing. Swing. I have not been on a swing in years. Swing. Welcome mat. Welcome mat. And this is placed at the front door or the back door or in the garage, where people can wipe their feet when they come in the house. Some people call it a mat, a doormat, or as we have here, a welcome mat. Weeds. Weeds. Some people have weeds in the grass or in their lawn or on their lawn. Weeds. Okay. Our next word for the yard is trampoline. Trampoline. We had a trampoline in the yard until the windstorm blew it away. And my boys at the time, they were not happy about that. The trampoline was destroyed. We had a tornado come through and it lifted up the trampoline and threw it into another part of the yard, and it was all broken. And I did not buy another trampoline. Okay, gutters. Gutters. On the house or the roof, you will find gutters. And gutters, man, they are difficult to clean once you get leaves and branches from trees in them. I do not like to clean gutters. Bee. A bee. Beehive. A beehive. And our last word for yard words for today's lesson is wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Use a wheelbarrow to transport plants, flowers, dirt, mulch, or various items from one place to another. Wheelbarrow. Well, that's going to be today's lesson. I would encourage you to watch today's video at least 3 times so you can become more familiar with these yard vocabulary words. If you have any questions, I would encourage you to leave any questions down in the comments section. If you're not a subscriber, you can really help me out by hitting that subscribe button. It lets me know that you are learning from the content I'm providing, and also it will help me to reach my goal so we can begin to live stream. And if you learned something, please give me a like. It takes a half a second to do. And with that being said, again, I want to say thank you for watching today's video, and I hope you join me on my next video where I'm teaching you English vocabulary words. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.